Welcome to That's Life Podcast with
Leah.
and Shaun. Thanks for tuning in. And if you haven't do so, please go like, share, and subscribe on our platforms at YouTube, Facebook, and Spotify.
And shout out to this lady here for coming on, even with no voice, to give you a show to this weekend. We're so excited to talk about motherhood. But before we even go there, we are going to drop and show some love to our sponsor of the evening, which is Talisa. Shout out to Carnessa Lux, who's doing a promo for the month of May until the 30th of May, where you can get $20 off of all services. Want to know more? Well, you got a book to DM on her IG page at carnissa.lux. Actually, I said that wrong. It's actually Carnissa Lux. See, I was about to get y'all messed up.
Good. And also, if you don't know what her work looks like, it's right here.
Bam! Shout out to Talisa for slaying my hair for Mother's Day. But all her information is right below, right on the ticker. So utilize that in your spirit, please, ma'am, please, sir.
Yes.
Thank you so much for tuning in. As we were not here last week, we had a little bit of a sickness, but it's all good. We're back and better than ever. So tonight, well, we're going to be talking about, motherhood. Why not talk about motherhood?
Hey.
No.
You're not going to be talking about Mother's Day. Yeah. You're not going to be talking about this. We're doing
What
a
do
hostile
you mean we're not going to be
Right.
talking?
What does that
What
mean?
is happening?
And why y'all coming in so hostile?
This is a hostile takeover.
Exactly. We'll be talking about Mother's Day for y'all. Y'all gotta get off the stick.
Wow. And
Apparently, we're getting kicked off.
just when you think you know people, right?
Right.
Well, I guess they're going to be talking about motherhood on this, Mother's Day
Mother's Day.
weekend. So we'll be back, but not be back. Later, guys.
Want to advertise your business or product on That's Life Podcast? Email us at thatslife0320@gmail.com. We offer several packages just for you, including ticker, flyer, voiceover, videos created by us or by you to air, or all four. We have a few slots available just for you. For packaging and pricing, email us at thatslife0320@gmail.com. 1 out of 8. 1 out of every 8 women are diagnosed with breast cancer. Walking on an unpaved road, a story of life, faith, healing, and redemption. It's my story, a journey when I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2017. In June of 2020, I decided to chronicle my journey of breast cancer. My intention was to educate, empower, and encourage women that look just like me. For all those that are in the fight, know that I stand in solidarity with you. You could purchase your copy of Walking on an Unpaved Road on Amazon and stay tuned for the digital release of our book in 2025. Thank you for all your love and support. And for those that are in the fight, know that I stand in solidarity with you.
Welcome to the That's Life Podcast with
Yuri.
and Carmen.
So today, we're going to be talking about mothers. So, we're doing Mother's Day. We have a hostile takeover. So today, we're going to be talking about, facts, and we also have questions for each other. So our first fact is Mother's Day isn't always on the same day each year. Isn't that crazy?
The holiday is celebrated every year on the second Sunday of the month of May, and this year it will be May 12th.
That's actually crazy to me because, I would have thought, Mother's Day was on the same date each year. That's
Apparently
awesome.
it's not.
The second fact is more calls are made on Mother's Day than any other day of the year. That's crazy.
So, reportedly, there are approximately 122 million calls made on the second Sunday of May every year.
That is actually crazy. That's actually wild.
That's a lot of mothers.
That's not even just a lot of mothers. That's a lot of calls each year.
I know.
Cause
them cell phone bills can't be clutch.
So we're gonna go to our next fact. Our next fact is Mother's Day is the third highest selling holiday for flowers and plants.
More people buy flowers and plants for their moms on Mother's Day than any other holiday. Indeed, approximately 1/4 of all the flowers purchased throughout the year are bought for Mother's Day.
Wow.
Like I said, that's a lot of mothers.
That's a lot of mothers. So we're gonna do some questions here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Carmen, I have a few questions for you. What are your favorite memories of mom that you have?
I would say when we're all in the car together and we're having a big jam sesh. I feel like whenever we do have those jam sessions, we definitely do a lot of like we're in a commercial. Like it feels like we're in a music video. Like we're listening to the music and then we like talk about it. We were like, that's the best song, or we'll be like, no, it wasn't. But it becomes a great memory because we're talking about something we all enjoy. What about you?
For me, it would be the same thing, you know, just playing video games, just playing anything, having entertainment with my parents. You know, we would play like, you know, I Declare War, Goldfish, you know, just anything relating to just celebrating and participating with family oriented activities.
I agree.
So yeah.
What are some of the traits you picked up from
Probably her smile, you know. I piggyback off both of my moms, even though, you know, I might not be related to Mommy Shaun. I'm still like, I piggyback traits from her as well as my actual mother. I piggyback both of their smiles, their admiration, just stuff like that. I love it. Like, I have their intelligence because both of them super smart. I promise you, super witty. Just everything. I love everything, and there's probably some traits that I got from them. How about you, Karen?
So from mom, I definitely got her strong will. Okay, when I'm passionate. Like I'm in there. Like let's just say how mom is passionate about this show. I'm very passionate about cooking. Like I love to cook. He knows. So if it's not cooked right, I'm like irritated. But it's a good trait to have because it can tell that you're very passionate about that one thing. And then from Mama Shaun, I get my goofiness from her. I get my comedian side. Not to say that I didn't get it from mom, but I just especially get it from her, if that makes sense.
That's definitely. So I have another question for you. If you could give our mothers anything, what would it be?
Anything? I'll give them a hug. You know, I'm that guy. I will give them enough money so they can, of course, retire and everything. It's very important that my parents do because they are very, very hardworking people, and of course, they'll need to just relax at one point. Like I said, they are both very, very hardworking people. I can't get them to sit down, especially mama, because like I said, she's very hard-willed. So I would give them enough money so they can, of course, cover their bills as well as just take care of themselves. So if they want to go on a nice little vacation, they can go on a nice vacation. What about you?
For me, I would just, if I could give the world to my mothers, I would most definitely give the world to my mothers because they're awesome. Not even just awesome. Words can't describe how much I love my mothers. It's amazing. I've been with my mother's all that I can remember. Like all the different memories. It's just awesome dealing with my mothers. And if I could give the world, I would give the world to my mothers. And that's real. That's super real.
That's super real. All right, I got one last question for you. All right,
Okay.
Yuri?
Yeah.
What do you think our moms were like as kids?
I don't know. They're crazy now, so they were probably crazy then. I'm not gonna lie, but I know they were probably like us. I'm not gonna lie, they were probably like us. They were probably super focused, super intelligent. Look at them now. They have a successful podcast going on. Super successful when it comes to savings and mechanics, just everything. And they were probably one of the best people like
To be around.
Like just from their energy already, they were probably pretty awesome. What about you? What you think, Carla?
Let's start off with Mama Shaun. I think she was very bold. Well, I think she was introvertedly bold, if that makes sense. Like with her friends, she was very, out there. But when it comes to like other people, she's very quiet and conserved. Mom, on the other hand, bold. As I know from now, I'm judging off of what I know her now. She's very bold. She talks to whoever. Like, it doesn't matter who you are. You'll meet somebody just standing in the aisle of a store. And she'd be like, hey, I like your shirt. And I look at her like, please. But it's something that I can notice from her. She's just very out there, probably even bolder, if that makes sense.
That's awesome. So we're about to go on break, and we'll see you back when we come back.
1 out of 8. 1 out of every 8 women are diagnosed with breast cancer. Walking on an unpaved road, a story of life, faith, healing, and redemption. It's my story, a journey when I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2017. In June of 2020, I decided to chronicle my journey of breast cancer. My intention was to educate, empower, and encourage women that look just like me. For all those that are in the fight, know that I stand in solidarity with you. You could purchase your copy of Walking on an Unpaved Road on Amazon and stay tuned for the digital release of our book in 2025. Thank you for all your love and support. And for those that are in the fight, know that I stand in solidarity with you.
First Ladies Automotive Repair is a mobile repair service in the Atlanta area. Our mission is to provide efficient service with a personal touch. Let's take the stress away and get you back in gear. To book your appointment, email us at firstladiesautomotiverepair@gmail.com. To check out our services, go to our Facebook at First Ladies Automotive Repair.
Welcome to the That's Life podcast with
Yuri
and Carmen.
So we have some more facts for you right now. I'm gonna go to our facts, huh? Ready? So our next fact is one of the earliest Mother's Day celebrations was in ancient Greece.
All right. So the Greeks would have spring celebrations in honor of Rhea. I hope I pronounced her name right. But she is the goddess of fertility, motherhood, and generation.
That's actually pretty crazy. I didn't even know that it's really one of the first celebrations was in Greece.
That's actually surprising, but not really, because Greece is very, very. It's a historic place.
So our next fact is normally Mother's Day is the busiest day of the year for restaurants. That's crazy.
It really is. So according to a survey by the National Restaurant Association, as much as 48% of people make plans to go to a restaurant for Mother's Day.
That's, if we really think about it, that's a lot of people going to restaurants. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, restaurants probably make a good amount of money for
Mother's Day, any holiday, but especially Mother's Day.
That's awesome. So our next fact is the nickname Mom comes from babies.
The first thing most babies can vocalize is the ma sound, which is why in almost every language, for a word for mother begins with the letter M or is some alliteration for the ma sound.
I didn't even know that. That's where mom came from.
I never thought about it like that. I just thought they knew. Like, now I'm saying like babies are smart, but I'm saying I just thought they knew. They would just know, have the instinct to say mom.
That's funny. I have actually 2 more facts, and then we're gonna go to our questions, Carmen.
Okay.
So, Carmen, did you know that the history of American Mother's Day starts with Peacemaker and Jarvis?
I did. So during the Civil War, Ann Jarvis made a concerted effort to foster friendship and community between the mothers on both sides of the war. She started a committee in 1868, which established the first glimmer of today's holiday, Mother's Friendship Day.
That's actually pretty cool.
It wasn't Mother's Day, it was Mother's Friendship. We create bonds between two mothers.
That's awesome. So our next fact is Woodrow Wilson signed Mother's Day into law in 1914. That's a crazy fact.
Anna Jarvis had created the Mother's Day International Association in order to streamline the intimate day of observance, and the second Sunday in May, Woodrow Wilson legitimized the celebration as nationwide holiday.
That's awesome.
That's like big. I wish I could create a holiday and it became nationwide like that. Like, that's amazing.
That's awesome.
All right, Yuri, I got some questions.
Okay, let's go to the questions, Carmen.
Okay. Your question is, would you consider our moms to be cool?
I would most definitely say our parents. Yeah. I would say our moms are cool. For people that, like, it aren't part of our generation, pretty cool people, I'm not gonna lie. It's super funny when it comes to like our slang and their slang. It's super funny. It's so hilarious. But yeah, they're pretty cool people for their age. Yeah. What about you, Karen? What you think?
I think our moms are cool, personally. And the reason why I say that is because they actually try to make an effort to know what we know. So they be like, it might sound old when it's like, oh, can you show me this thing on TikTok? But I don't mind asking because they're willing to know. And I feel like that's the point of being cool. You being willing to learn things about our generation and what we want you to know, as well as the slang. It's funny. There's a lot of moments where we just teach them our slang and they're like, that's not what it meant back in our day. But it's funny to learn theirs as well as reciprocate it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. My question is to you, Carmen. What are some important things that our moms had taught us?
Cleaning, cooking, and the reason why I say that is because when we leave the house, and because we both want to attend college when we leave, we have to learn how to be in a clean environment. Especially if we have to live with a roommate, no one wants to put up with the dirty person. This is what they always tell us. There's like, no one wants to put up with somebody that's messy. And I could totally agree. Now, I might not be the cleanest person at times, and I can say that, but that's one thing that I'm glad that they taught us. And as well as cooking, another reason why I say that is because when we do leave for college, we need to learn the basic stuff to cook. And that's one of the nicest things that they've ever done for us. I remember, I think I was in elementary school, and she taught us how to make an egg. I thought I was a chef, but it's just basic stuff like that, but it's also very key and important when you go outside of your home.
Yeah.
What are some things that you are important?
Most definitely cleaning and cooking, but most of all, to be God-oriented and to be a person that you would want yourself to be. If you want yourself to be a kind person, you want somebody to treat you well, you gotta treat people with respect. You gotta treat people with honor. In the Bible it says honor your parents and honor your parents and honor your neighbor. Because even if, say you have a fight with somebody, at the end of the day you're still gonna have to forgive them, because in the Bible it says to forgive but not to forget. And that's something that I'm glad that our moms have told us, because it's super hard out here. Like it's super hard out here to give there's a lot of people that don't give respect, but you still have to treat people with respect. And that's what I appreciate about it. So yeah, I have a question for you, Carmen. So my question is, what are some things that our moms make you proud of?
Number one, this podcast. And I'm gonna go further into detail because they're so hardworking and they're very dedicated. They're very dedicated to this. Like I would see them on mornings. I would be like, "Oh, I'm gonna get rest today," and then I wake up and they're literally on their computer typing. They're like, "Okay, this is the stat for the show. We're gonna put this. We're gonna incorporate it this way," and I think that's very like admirable because they're just passionate. And that's one thing that I can say. And that makes me proud. Like, I don't know. It makes me feel like a proud parent. It does. Because it's like, oh, I see y'all. Y'all are doing good. And I love that for them. So that's definitely something that makes me proud. And as well as doing things that they enjoy. That just makes me happy. Because I've always go by the saying, whatever you do, if you're happy, then I'm happy, if that makes sense. So if they're happy, that makes me like even full of joy, if that makes sense. So yeah, I would say that. What about you?
I would say the same thing, but I just love their determination to anything that they can want. Especially the podcast when it comes to so Mommy Shaun, she does her mechanics. I love how she's super dedicated towards her mechanics. Mom's super dedicated to her writing, her podcast. She has so many, like they both have so much stuff that they are dedicated to. And then on top of that, they help us out, which is incredible. Like the fact that they can multitask and do the podcast, but also working on cars while also helping us with schoolwork and doing all this is incredible. Like they're super people.
Super moms.
But it's just incredible. But yeah.
All right. What are some of your early memories of them?
Some of my early memories are I used to be a super crazy child. I just remember laying next to our moms, watching TV. But I would be crazy. I would just be bouncing off walls and stuff, just playing around. It's the simple things in life that just bring good emotion and positive emotion to my memories. So yeah, what about you, Brenda?
My early memories, both of them. We would watch VeggieTales. Okay, that was our show, and it wasn't even just the show. We would watch the movies and everything. And I remember each and every time there was one specific VeggieTales movie. They know what it is. We would sing the song over and over. We would rewind it, and we still do it. We heard the song recently. We're still playing it. And another thing is we would like I said, it's just music. I feel like music connects everybody. So we'll have like a dance party. We still do that still. But that's one of my earliest memories, is just having dance parties and watching movies together. And like I said, we still do it now, but it's just those key memories of when we were little that still connects to our future and our current.
That's awesome. So I'm gonna say like maybe like 2 or 3 more questions. I mean, not questions, facts, and we're gonna go to halftime after this.
Okay.
So Carmen, did you know that in 2023 over $35 billion were spent on Mother's Day?
I did not. But on average, shoppers planned to spend $274 on gifts for their moms, according to the National Retail Federation.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Also, Carmen, did you know the most popular gift for Mother's Day is a greeting card? And every that's actually crazy. Like every gift of all the gifts, that's the most popular. That's crazy.
Because it's cheap, you know what I'm saying? But every Mother's Day, there are approximately 152 million Mother's Day cards sent. I'll say this right now: we make homemade greeting cards, and that's actually another key memory of when I was younger. We would make cards for them, birthday cards, Mother Day cards, get well cards. Everything was cards. And it was homemade. We would draw little pictures, colors. It would be amazing.
Yeah, we would do it because, you know, I'm not saying that store-bought cards are worse than homemade cards, but for us, we love giving them homemade cards. So it resembles our creativity. We love, yeah, most definitely. We love just giving them creative cards and not having to deal with, which one should I buy in the store? Which one should I get for them?
Yeah, I feel like I draw whatever comes to my mind when I think of both of them. Like, I remember one of the cards that I drew for Mom, it had a butterfly. And then Mom Shaun, it incorporated her favorite color, purple, and it was, I think, if I wasn't mistaken, it was like something related to a car, or I wrote some type of something that related to a car. And I think that's just a way, like Yuri said, is a way to show your creativity as well as showing your love on a card.
Okay. Also, since we're about to go into our halftime show, we're gonna be doing our minute with whoever. And since it's going to be our Mother's Day show, we're gonna be doing our mothers. So we'll catch you right back.
Welcome to Minute with the Mechanic. Today I'm going to talk about tires. I want to make sure y'all are safe on the road and understand what the depth of your tires is for. So on the tread depth of your tire, you want to make sure you're in a certain range. You don't want to be at 3 and below. That means you need to change your tire. So let me show you what I mean. Come close. Each tire has a gap in between each one. It's the outer, middle, inner. All these are very significant to make sure you're driving right. I have 2 different tire tread depth gauges. One is digital, one is manual. I'm gonna work with the digital today. So what you do, make sure this point is all the way out. Go in between and you check each point. It's gonna read to you right what it is. Push it all the way down where it can't go anymore, and it's gonna show you. So each one measures 5, 6, and 5, which means my tire is good. If you go below 3, you're gonna be in trouble. That means you're driving on bald tires. If it rains, you're gonna skid, and we don't want that. I wanna make sure you're safe on the road. You get your tires checked, you know what you're working with. All right, that's it. Minute with a Mechanic. I'm out.
Welcome to Minute with the Savings Queen. Now, we're all trying to find ways to make sure that our home smells delicious when our guests walk in. I have the perfect thing that you can do, and it's not going to cost you anything more than what you already have in your home. If you take ground cinnamon or even cinnamon sticks and add it to water and put it in your crock pot and boil it, it'll smell like you have apple pie cooking all day long. Also, you can do vanilla extract, some water in a pot, and I added some dried lavender to it, and it makes the house smell fragrant. And you can keep it on your stove. As long as it's on low, it'll stay for a very long time. And then the other thing you can do is make your own home room deodorizer. I just took a little bit of fabric softener and some water, added it to a bottle, and you have automatic air freshener for your house. Y'all, all these things are things that we have every day in our home, and it won't cost you anything in additional, and you'll have a house that smells beautiful every single time. That's it. Minute with the Savings Queen.
Hey guys, my name is Talisa McKnight, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and about my business and answer a couple of questions that I get on a daily basis. So I own Carnissa Luxe Hair Braiding Services. I'm 18 years old. I am a home-based hairstylist, and I will also travel. I've known how to braid hair since I was 4 years old. I started accepting clients a little bit over 3 years ago, and I started Carnissa Luxe a year ago. Some of the services I offer are knotless braids, tribal braids, cornrows, island twists, invisible locks, quick weaves, braided ponytails. However, I do offer invisible locks. I don't do any type of natural locks or soft locks. Another thing you should know about my business is I am text and DM to book only. With that being said, please follow me on Instagram at Carnissa Luxe. Thank you guys. Bye.
Want to advertise your business or product on That's Life Podcast? Email us at thatslife0320@gmail.com. We offer several packages just for you, including ticker, flyer, voiceover, videos created by us or by you to air, or all four. We have a few slots available just for you. For packaging and pricing, email us at thatslife0320@gmail.com.
1 out of 8. 1 out of every 8 women are diagnosed with breast cancer. Walking on an unpaved road, a story of life, faith, healing, and redemption. It's my story, a journey when I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2017. In June of 2020, I decided to chronicle my journey of breast cancer. My intention was to educate, empower, and encourage women that look just like me. For all those that are in the fight, know that I stand in solidarity with you. You could purchase your copy of Walking on an Unpaved Road on Amazon and stay tuned for the digital release of our book in 2025. Thank you for all your love and support, and for those that are in the fight, know that I stand in solidarity with you.
First Ladies Automotive Repair is a mobile repair service in the Atlanta area. Our mission is to provide efficient service with a personal touch. Let's take the stress away and get you back in gear. To book your appointment, email us at firstladiesautomotiverepair@gmail.com. To check out our services, go to our Facebook at First Ladies Automotive Repair.
You thought the journey was over? It's not over till it's over. In 2017, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. It was a journey that I went through for 2 years and went into remission. In 2021, I was diagnosed again with stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. This journey has challenged me and stretched me beyond places I couldn't believe. Yet Still I Rise is part 2 of the life that I'm living with breast cancer. It is still here to educate, empower, and encourage women who are just like me on the breast cancer journey. Our pre-sales will start in June of 2024, as the book will be due to release next year in 2025. Please support me as you once did in purchasing our second book, Yet Still I Rise. For all those that are going through breast cancer and metastatic breast cancer, know that I'm on your side.
Welcome to the That's Life podcast with
Yuri.
and Carmen.
Carmen, you silly. Welcome back. We're going to be kicking it off with some more facts. So, Carmen, did you know that Mother's Day is celebrated all over the world?
I indeed did know. While the celebration may be held in different days internationally, which is Great Britain, Canada, Costa Rica, Samoa, Georgia, Australia, and Thailand, there all have been designated celebrations to honor their country's mothers.
That's awesome. I love that.
You hear that, Costa Rica?
So our next fact is 41 of Americans plan to buy their mom jewelry.
However, flowers still remain the most popular gift option, with about 72% of Americans are still opting for full present. Why not get mom both?
Not for real, because I'm not gonna lie, jewelry sounds good to me. If I was a mother, I would enjoy that. Plus some flowers.
That's what I'm saying. I promise you, if I had a job, they'll be dripped out. And you get them some flowers.
Ice all over their neck. So our next fact is some countries still observe ancient festivals honoring mothers.
In India, people celebrate Durga Puja, I hope I pronounced that right, a festival that pays homage to the mother's goddess Durga. The festival is a 10-day event that takes place around September or October.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I never would have thought that. Interesting.
It's fun facts for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
So our next fact is many women are waiting before they become mothers.
According to a 2022 report, the average age for a first-time mother in the United States hit 30 for the first time.
That's awesome. Hey, to be honest, for me to say it, I know it's hard to become a mother. Like, imagine having to deal with us.
Oh no, for sure.
Because we're super goofy already, but I know it's super hard, and a lot of people do good jobs when it comes to parenting and becoming mothers.
Yeah, and I think that's also a good reason why we have Mother's Day, to give recognition to our moms. They put up with a lot, okay? They have to carry us for 9 months and probably be in labor for a long period of time, because I'm pretty sure when she was in labor with me, it was a long time. And it took me a long time to come out. So I feel like that's already enough recognition. Not to mention the fact that you got to deal with them during their baby stage, their toddler stage, up until now for us.
Yeah.
And I know we're still
we're still growing.
We're still growing, and we're still in our
teenage years.
So,
but our next fact is beauty salons and spas also get a Mother's Day day boost. That's awesome.
That's actually sick. According to the National Retail Federation, on Mother's Day, people spend $2 billion on personal services, like spa treatments for their mothers. I know if I was a mother, I would want a spa day. Get a little massage, be in the sauna for a little bit. I'll see my kids later. But I mean, I don't blame the mothers for that. Hey, do what you gotta do.
Yeah, hey, it's a mini vacation. You get to stay away from kids for like a few hours, and plus you get to relax. You get to get your nails done, get your toes done. You get to just live life.
And then during the fact, since we did have past facts about the flowers and the jewelry, and then going out to a restaurant, that's the life.
That sounds like a good life to me. I'm not gonna lie.
For the day though.
And for our last fact is, moms aren't the only ones getting Mother's Day love.
The average American buys 2 Mother's Day cards, so most people are buying more than just one for their mom. Many people opt to buy their Mother's Day cards for grandmothers, sisters, and their mother-in-laws as well. For love, mom, go up.
That's awesome.
Hallelujah. Woo! I mean, I believe that too. I feel like it shouldn't just be sent to your own mother. It should be sent to your grandmother, mother-in-laws, your sister if she has a kid, your auntie.
Most definitely, because
they're still mothers.
They're still mothers. And we have one more question, and we're gonna kick it off when it comes to our Bible quote, our Bible verse, and our quote.
So the last question is, what is the one thing you want to teach our moms?
I would actually love to teach them more about technology and stuff, because when I tell you, it drives me insane. Like I have, it's fun teaching them, but it's also like so much going on when it comes to technology already. Because I'm already learning it as if, because of my engineering classes and stuff. So it would be fun to teach them all about, like coding and all these different applications and stuff. But yeah, that's one thing I would teach them. What about you, Carmen?
I would say about the same thing, but on the other side, because I am in a marketing class, it deals with a lot about social media, and I'm also in audio, tech, and film, so I have to help them set up the set and everything. But that's one thing I don't even mind teaching them, is like help setting up lights, basic stuff like that, how to record, and also knowing how to use social media, because very soon I will get their social media certifications. So yeah, keep an eye on that. But that's definitely one thing I do want to teach them. It's just more about our technology and how to use social media efficiently.
Okay, so Carmen, since we're almost at that time, I want you to do our quote for us.
Our quote is, "Mama was my greatest teacher, a teacher of compassion, love, and fearlessness. As love is as sweet as a flower, and my mother is that sweet flower of love." By Stevie Wonder.
That's an amazing quote. I love that. And for our Bible verse, I'm actually gonna call our mothers to come
on in.
Come in, right?
Oh, we're invited back, are we?
Yes, y'all are invited.
Wow. Was that a hostile takeover? What?
I think they'll like us on here.
So, who's doing the Bible verse of the night?
I think both.
Hey.
Y'all.
Yeah. Okay, well, before we do our Bible verse of the night,
Yeah.
for all those that tuned in tonight to watch, the hostile takeover, I guess we can call it.
That's what it was.
Thank you so much for being a part of our show tonight. For all the moms, grandmas, stepmoms, all the mamas, the mamas out there, happy Mother's Day to you. Hope you have the most fulfilling, restful, peaceful Mother's Day ever. Shout out to the home team and to the little home team 2.0 for doing a great job on the show today. We didn't even hear some of the responses, y'all. So we're gonna be watching this with you later on the replay. So make sure you go to our YouTube, Facebook, and our Spotify. But babe, where did they go to see it?
You go to That's Life Podcast with
Leah
and Shaun.
and maybe even Yuri and Carmen. Make sure you tune in next Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as we talk about resume building. Y'all, we know somebody who needs a job, who needs some help with their resume, right? All of us need a little bit of help when it comes to our resume, okay? We're going to have our special guest, Latanya Nikki Miles. She's going to teach you all about how to get that resume intact for your next job. So make sure you tune in 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so look, as we're talking about technology, can you unlock your phone? I need help.
I just have to do. Gotta get the face ID.
I just put it in front of the face. Exactly. Okay, so our Bible verse of the night comes from Proverbs 31:25 and 27, the International Version or the NIV version. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. She speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. She watches over the affairs of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Thank you so much for tuning in to our show about, well, moms. We're so happy to have you guys. And until next week when we talk about, well, the next topic. Talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.